Hey everyone, Erica with a K here. If you've been following along, you know that in my last vlog I mentioned how this was a storage room and it was going to become a main focal point of the house. And I didn't exactly say what we were going to turn it into, but you could probably tell from the title that we turned it into our own little personal home movie theater, and we couldn't be happier about it. We started construction on our house in 2016 and we haven't stopped with construction since. It's been a good 10 years since we've been under construction, and we've always lived very temporarily, but we've decided to really just dedicate time to our house and make it our dream home. And in 2016, I definitely said we were turning it into our dream home, and I didn't realize that millennial gray was a trauma response, and our entire house is just gray. And so we decided to take each individual room as its own and turn it into little masterpieces, little works of art in our house. And that's what we did. I do want to give a heads up. If you think because you're painting with dark colors that it's going to cover easier, no. Gray covers way easier, because I remember we built half of our house and we had to sheetrock the walls and then do primer on the walls, and then we decided to paint everything gray. And painting gray was so much easier than painting rich colors like we're doing here. So you can see every little drop of mist spots or gray coming through the back, and you just wouldn't think that with such bright, vibrant colors, but I'm here to tell you need at least 3 coats. So we know for the future, because we do plan on doing our entire house, and not in these colors, but we do plan on updating our entire house, and yeah, you need a lot of coats for bright paint, in case you didn't know. I didn't know that. So it was a little bit more money than we had anticipated, and also it was way more time consuming. You can see by the end of this video I'm so done. Okay, day 1 progress. Got the doors on the floor and they're painted. Ceiling and a wall. Here we are at day 2. Painting your molding black really takes a lot of precision, so that was very time consuming. And this is the end of day 2. My husband painted the heaters. We had looked that up before we did it, and we found out that you can paint the heaters. Sometimes they require a special heat, like high heat paint, but ours did not. So make sure you look that up before you do anything like that. And my husband painted the doors, and I was on molding duty. And also I did the ceiling, and my husband did the trim around the ceiling. So this really was a team effort. This is day 3. My husband was at work this day in the office, and so I just really wanted to get like the red paint on the walls, because the molding was just absolutely taking up way too much of my time. Very not fun, don't recommend. So yeah, I really wanted to get it on the walls. I didn't show you guys what it looked like after, but we do have an update. It's the next day, and I got up at like 9 to care of the dogs. And now I did the trim. I just finished the trim, the first coat. So we had the first coat on the walls for the trim, and the first coat on the walls for the first coat on the walls for trim, first coat on the walls for roller. And that's what we're up to. I'm gonna take a little break seat. Wow, it looks so good on camera. Wow. All right, I'm gonna take a little break seat, and then I'll be back to do the second coat of trim and then the second coat rolling the walls. And then I'm done. I have a few things I need to touch up on the black paint, and then I'm done. So we do have we're not gonna buy new lighting. I think we're gonna try to paint them black first and see how it works. If it works out good, then we're not gonna buy them. If it doesn't, then we'll buy them, and we'll save these for when other ones go out in the house. Okay, that's it. I also matched the room. That was unintentional. My Sally Jesse Raphael glasses and just a black shirt that I painted. I somehow matched the room. And so does my Yeti. All right, I got nothing else. I'm just postponing. I'm gonna go have breakfast, and then I'll be back later. I'm also mentally done. But anyway, bye. Hello. I finished my 3rd coat on the walls. The trim, I only did 2 coats on the top. I did 3 on the bottom, but I needed to dry because it looks so good in this video, but I needed to dry, and then I'm gonna touch up some spots. It took 2 cans of paint, but I'll just give you a little preview. Oh, wow. I'm done. Like, I'm mentally done. I don't wanna do this anymore. But yeah, that's where we're at. So I'm gonna let this dry. I have a little bit of paint left. Once the walls are dry, I'm gonna go touch up all the ceiling, like molding. It just doesn't look that good. And then I'm gonna take care of my dogs, and hopefully I'll just be back to show you the final, because I think I've dragged this out long enough. Okay, bye. So here it is, the big movie theater reveal. We already had the couch and we already had the TV and the stand that's underneath the TV. So we only really needed to buy paint, which cost us more than we had expected, because again, you need a lot of coats. We did paint the hi-hats, which worked out perfectly, but the most expensive thing were the black blinds, because we used to have white ones in here. So the black ones were the most expensive. And we spent under $800 to completely transform this room. Let me know what you guys think. And if you want to follow along for more house updates, please subscribe.